Hello, this is Aaron from AaronOnAutos.com, and today in our shaky cam interior review, we're in the 2015 Nissan Murano. This is the all-new Murano, and pretty much everything is improved here. This is the V6 SL package, all-wheel drive. More or less has every goodie that's offered except for sunroof, more or less. I think there's pretty much everything else in here. So let's just get started, because there's a fair amount to cover. You're going to see a really pretty interior here. The usual over here, door locks, and then I want you to notice this, kind of a brushed aluminum look. You'll see that throughout the cabin here. Very pretty. And then you have the usual, this has the automated hatch, heated steering, it's your traction control. Down there is fuel and hood and the foot brake. Up here is dimmer for the instruments and the trip. Then, when you get here, you'll see familiar Nissan controls here. Over here, controls telematics, your info screens on the in the instrument cluster, and volume here. And then on this side, cruise control. This does not have adaptive cruise control or active cruise control, depending on who you ask. That's one thing that's missing here that I would have liked to have seen as at least an option. As far as I know, it isn't an option, but don't take my word for it, because this model right here is a prototype, and the paperwork that came with it is not very informative. I'm waiting on Nissan to send me some more info. I should have that, and if I have it before this publishes, I'll annotate and let you know. So over here you have your lighting as per usual, and over here you have your washer wipers as you would expect. Now, looking at the instrument cluster, you'll see it's changed a lot from last year. Much easier to read this time. The bezels aren't very deep, but the entire thing is set back pretty far, so you end up with a pretty good lighting control. You don't get a whole lot of glare in here. So you see my average fuel economy has been 20 miles to the gallon in not quite 200 miles, about 191 miles. Considering the crosswinds and the altitude, that's actually really good. We've had heavy crosswinds all week, and we're at 5,400 feet, give or take. So there you go. Over here, this is your RPM gauge. This is a CVT, so RPM gauges are kind of just there because people expect to see them, not really because they're useful. But, you know, what else are you going to put there, right, I guess? And speedometer over here. Here's your fuel, engine coolant heat, and this screen here changes pretty much constantly. You can see, you can look at everything you would think you want to see. You know, kind of like this. I've been using this a lot while I've been driving because it's a better gauge of your miles per hour and directions. I kind of like having a compass. And you have audio controls and so on. So useful stuff. I kind of like it. To start with that, you'll see it has the full infotainment suite. This is Nissan's setup, and it works very well. It's not the best in the business, but it's getting there. I like that they added these down here at the bottom. Makes finding stuff much faster than it used to be. Also, those are mirrored in a lot of ways by stuff up here. And then here's your standard climate controls. I use these all the time rather than try to use that, and I do that in just about every vehicle I'm in if this is an option down here. Some of the Chevys, they like to get jiggy with it and remove this stuff, but you know, because I'm old school, I like the dials and buttons. Same with volume, I almost always use that instead of the steering wheel. And then this has heated seating, so here you go. You can see I have my bun warmers on. Probably ought to turn them down. That's because it's bitter cold, and I just spent a bunch of time pulling car seats and everything else out of this, because they're coming for it today. Now you'll see that brushed aluminum continues. It looks really good with a regular aluminum or regular chrome out edging on the shifter, and then you'll see the tone difference, and then that goes along with this beautiful brown leather. It's very dark brown, good color. This is kind of a coffee brown, a Kona brown, I guess I would use, or I don't know. Coffee is what makes me think of. So, you know, espresso brown, I don't know. There's probably a name for it. It's all fancy and highfalutin. Drink holders. This is a nice cubby here for your phone to sit in. There's your plugs for it. Kind of a nice little touch. Also, I should point this out really quick. This has a round view. So if I pull this into reverse, you'll see it does the full around view monitor. If you live in the city, that is awesome, awesome stuff. Here's more of that brown leather with a nice touch right here. That's a thoughtful little detail that they did here. It looks really good, especially when you're out of the car and you're looking in and you see that. Just looks really good. Down here you have a gigantic cubby. This is huge. The camera's not going to do it justice, but I was able to shove my entire my camera bag for my bigger camera and also my my tablet bag at the same time in this thing. That's pretty awesome. That's verging on Toyota Tundra cubby space territory there. More of this lovely brown leather, beautiful brown leather, and you'll see it carries. So you can see what the doors look like. It's just such a great look. It just looks really good, and it makes this black plastic look a lot better than it would be otherwise. This is soft plastic, and I'm going to tell you right now that this Murano is easily the quietest non-luxury vehicle I have ever been in. The coefficient of drag on this is, I believe, 0.31, and that's phenomenal. That's awesome. You're getting into small sedan territory with that kind of drag, and it really pays off when you're on the highway, because the wind just slips over this thing, makes almost no noise at all. Wonderful drive. I also want to point out the giant mirrors over there, and this package, the mirrors they tilt down when you put it in reverse to give you a better view of the ground. And then back here, that's the back seats. Beautiful back seats. There is no third row in this one, but I believe the third row is an option. This is just a fine car. Lots of room in here. Good fuel economy. I only managed about 20, but it's rated, I believe, at 27. I'll correct that if I was wrong. You'll see it at the bottom, but I believe it's rated at 27. And for a V6 of this size, that's great economy. Also, it's family ergonomic. The doors open very wide and at 90-degree angles, so totally parallel to the is it parallel? I mean perpendicular. Whatever. I'm not a math major. So it's easy to get in and out. Had no problem with getting the kids in and out of their car seats and stuff this week. It's been very nice. This is a great vehicle. Nissan did a very good job here. So that's about it. We're in the that's been the 2015 Nissan Murano, and this has been Aaron from AaronOnAutos.com. Talk to you again soon.